So I don't know why everyone and their dad is kind of talking about this subject now, but for those of you who didn't hear about this, it is officially confirmed that Sydney Sweeney will be playing Spider-Woman in the new Madam Web movie. Julia Carpenter, rumors are saying that this could be leading to her own movie, at least that's what people are saying, and it's kind of gotten a lot of buzz right now. Again, there are articles, one here by Cave Comics, saying that Sydney Sweeney is confirmed to play Julie Carpenter, Marvel's second Spider-Woman in the comics, in Sony's upcoming Madam Web. Sweeney will star alongside other stars including Dakota Johnson, Emma Roberts, and Isabella Merced. Oh, she's so fucking hot, bro. Don't even get me started about Dora the Explorer. The film is currently set to release on February 14, 2024, but is subject to change depending on the outcome of the strike. Now, I don't know why everyone and their dad is kind of talking about this now, considering this was confirmed like half a year, if not a year ago. And because I am obviously married to Sydney Sweeney, she actually told me about this like a year and a half, 2 years ago, when she was in the casting process for this. So again, I don't know why this is such like a thing that everyone's talking about. I feel like the reason this is kind of getting more widespread attention is not only because Sydney Sweeney is, you know, not just because of that, but because I feel like this is gaining more traction now, as this movie is one of the few movies that hasn't actually been delayed due to the writers and actors strike. Again, we know this movie has been like 100% filmed. I even think the reshoots of this movie have been filmed and whatnot. So it does really make you think that that February release date that is set there could very, very well be achievable. And it could be one of the first superhero movies that we do get for quite a while. And again, this is going to be really interesting. I feel like this could be genuinely one of the most interesting superhero movies released in a minute. I mean, with movies like Blue Beetle, you kind of know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get fucking Miguel Diaz from Cobra Kai just yelling because he's turning into a beetle. Again, you don't even have to see the movie. I've just essentially told you the plot of the whole entire film. Again, a couple other films like that are coming out seem to be pretty straightforward, but this like Madam Web movie could be completely different, exploring a ton of different stuff about the Spider-Man canon and themes in the comics that we've never ever seen in movies. One of them being a Spider-Woman. We've never ever seen a Spider-Woman in movies. We do technically have Spider-Gwen in the of course, Into the Spider-Verse movies. But again, Spider-Gwen is not actually really the Spider-Woman. There's like 2 or 3 other of the Spider-Womans, one being Julia Carpenter, which my glorious, luscious Sydney Sweeney will be fucking playing. So I'm obviously very, very happy about this. I think this makes a lot of sense that they're going to explore this on film. I'd like to see them explore, again, a lot of the I think, future, or not future, but like a lot of the comic-related stuff that we've never ever seen in Spider-Man movies. Again, we understand the original like Tobey Maguire origin, which is pretty straightforward obviously to the Spider-Man comics, other than him not having web shooters, but from then on it's pretty much like 100% the exact same thing. But there's a lot of stuff in the comics, like literally 85% of it, that we've just never ever seen them do in movies. I mean, the Amazing Spider-Man was just kind of a rip-off of Tobey Maguire's, just a dark version with a taller Andrew Garfield playing him and another Uncle Ben death, if you think about it. There's a lot going on here, and I genuinely feel like this movie could be interesting. And it's one of the reasons I've been interested in the Sony universe for quite a bit, because I feel like Morbius and Venom 2 were very straightforward and were clearly 2 of the worst movies you will ever see. But the first Venom movie was actually really, really good and had a very different take onto the character that definitely focused in on some of the comic book stuff that we'd clearly never ever seen before in the movies, like Riot, of course, being the villain of that film. Again, they have a huge opportunity now to go into these, you know, Madam Web movies and really dive deep into stuff like Spider-Woman, like Madam Web herself, and other characters that we would never ever get to see normally. And I think that's what Sony have to do. They've got to change it up. They don't have to give us the, you know, common stuff that we're seeing in these MCU movies, because Marvel clearly know how to do it. Sony have tried it with the common stuff of like Morbius and whatnot, and it's so fucking boring. It makes you want to drag your balls through a shard of glass, you know? It's not fun. But Venom was a very different take that I think a lot of people really, really liked, and they explored a lot of different things that we probably wouldn't normally see in a normal Spider-Man movie. They really changed it up, and I'm really hoping this Madam Web can be very much similar. Again, I think they're trying to do this with Kraven Hunt a little bit, change him up a bit, but again, some of the stuff just seems a bit shit in the trailer, so we'll have to see how that one goes. But this Madam Web movie looks very solid. Sydney Sweeney is Julia Carpenter. Will this lead to her own movie? Could very well, especially if this Madam Web one is successful, which I think it could very well be, especially if like the trailers again show us some really different stuff that really blow our minds. I definitely think we could see a Sydney Sweeney, Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman movie. Is it confirmed? Obviously not out here, but is it confirmed probably in a Sony webs of things? Probably. I'm pretty sure this movie is almost certainly locked and loaded at this rate. But yeah, we'll have to see how Madam Web goes first, and I'm assuming they'll probably start on Spider-Woman after that or something. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Would you guys like to see this Spider-Woman movie, or would you guys not? Don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel, which is this one, my IRL/vlog channel, and my podcast. All of them will be linked down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.